Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today it is time for another low buy update. It has been at least a couple months, 2, 3, something like that, since the last time I gave you guys an update. So I want to share with you basically a bit of a haul, the latest stuff into my collection, how that's affecting my low buy bank, my point system I've been doing this year, as well as some empties that I've got that we are slowly trying to get out of debt, so to speak, with the points I've been doing. I will leave link to my playlist if this is your first one and you're interested in seeing kind of like the description of the system of points I'm using. But we are continuing from the last time we talked on this topic. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload new videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back again on the channel for all things makeup. So, the last time we ended off in a bad place. However, we kind of had talked about how a lot of purchases were made because I was worried I wasn't going to be able to order from some brands with the tariffs on the US. I am a US citizen if you're new here. And I am glad I made those purchases because there are some brands such as Titanium Boxes that I still cannot order from. So I'm glad I got what I could while I could. There have been some new releases from some of those brands since that last video that I now can't get and I'm still waiting to get. So I don't regret that, but it did put me in quite the debt amount since those weren't items getting discontinued or items that were limited edition, which are like kind of my freebies or no point items that I've put on here to keep it at a low buy and not a no buy for this project. So yeah, when we left off, our total was, we were negative 76.25, right? So in the hole, that many points. After reading the comments from you guys last time, am gonna carry any debt that I have into the new year because that's realistic, that's life, right? And try to get myself back. It'll probably take me most of next year, honestly, to clear that debt. What am I saying? 70 some products, you know, if it's a point per product, it is going to take me all next year, but that's okay. That's the reality of this and full transparency. So the things that I added to my collection this month were all things worth no points, I'm happy to say. So I'm going to catch you up on some things what I got here. The first order I made was from Serum Cosmetics. They announced that they were going to be closing their shop. Now they kind of had said like for the time being, kind of making it sound like maybe there would be a chance someday in the future they would come back. I hope so because I really like their brand and their owner, but for now it was like a, you know, sale, last call, you can't buy from this brand anymore. So I picked up their Ghostly Glam palette. This was the only one I hadn't had. And listen guys, there's only a couple things in this stack of like this haul portion that I've used yet. So if there's something you see that you're like, ooh, I would love to see you use that, even though you can't get it anymore, let me know. I would love to incorporate it into a testing things from my pile of shame, get ready with me, you name it, style of video. Here's the Ghostly Glam. I'm super excited for these shimmers. They look so cool. What an interesting color story, right? I hope it's not just looking like white to you because we've got more like neutral gold, but then there's this like pretty purple green, this like really reddy orange. Man, these are hard to describe. They're like taupey based, but with colored reflect in them, which is so cool. And then we've got like a dark navy, a blue, browns, red, just like a unique color story. And I know I like Serum Cosmetics formula from a lot of the other palettes that I have from the brand. So I picked up that because I knew I liked the palette formula already from the brand. I got this really cute, spooky, cute blush. How cute. This is in shade Seance. And they were just at like a super low cheap rate because of the fact that they were just trying to like sell off inventory. So that's like a cute kind of terracotta-y matte blush. I did already use this product in a like kind of testing out full face of Pile of Shame products video. I'll leave that linked if you haven't seen it yet. This is a lip liner from Salem Cosmetics in shade Vampire. Just like a deep, nice chocolatey brown with a retractable pencil there. That one was really, really good. I have tested that. I liked that, and I'm like, can't get this now. Sad. And then I haven't used this either. This is in shade Bunny. This is their Familiar lip gloss. Familiar as in, you know, everything's all witchy. So it's the witch, and look at the dog. Salem is the owner's dog, if you are not familiar with the brand. That's why it's called Salem Cosmetics. It's so cute. Then it's like a play on words because of, you know, the Salem witches. So it's clear, but it's got this like colorful reflect in it. I really like the packaging and the doe foot on it as well. It's got kind of that like vanilla cupcakey, desserty smell. Really cool packaging. So yeah, that's the stuff I picked up from Salem Cosmetics before they were no more. They didn't exist anymore. Next up, I made an order on the TikTok shop, which is rare for me, but they were advertising from Trixie Cosmetics, the Girl Talk palette. And I think this was like $5 or $10. Like, it was dirt cheap because they have discontinued this one. And I've tried the blushes and the glosses from Trixie Mattel. Didn't love the gloss formula. The one I got had glitter in it and it was just too gritty. I do really like the blush formula. It's really pigmented, but I've never tried their eyeshadows. So I figured if their pastels can be good, I feel like anything can be good. So I got this pastel palette. I'm not sure if I'll like the shimmer formula. Just looking at it, it looks a little basic, I'm not gonna lie, but for $5 to $10, I figured I would give the brand a go, try it out. I really enjoy watching Trixie Mattel's YouTube channel, and I've gone and seen her and Katya live. I love RuPaul's Drag Race, so yeah, this one for me was just like a, hey, I've not tried eyeshadows from that brand before. This is getting discontinued. It's a great price. Could be a cool time to check it out. So there's that one. Adept Cosmetics was discontinuing the Flying Fiddles palette. And this is one that I was like, it's neutral. It looks like kind of whatever. I don't think so. And I had it in my cart several times over the course of them discontinuing it and was like, I'll pass. Finally, I pulled the trigger, and boy, am I glad I did. I don't think it looks like much, even in person looking at it. There is this cool, like, swirly shade in the middle. But I'm telling you, when you put it on the eyes, these shimmers, they're so transformative. They're so stinking sparkly. I don't know why I expected anything else from Adept, but I am so happy that I got this one before it was gone. Like, the fact that I almost missed out on this is criminal. It's so good. So happy that I got it. Again, a lot of these at discounts because they were being discontinued, but really good products. It's just like a little reminder, you guys, like, you don't have to get everything on launch when it's brand new. You can get really good stuff for discounted prices if you just wait a while and it's been out some time. Okay, next up, Terra Moons. They kept talking about, like, this one is not going to be sticking around. Like, get it while it's here before it disappears forever. I don't have a ton of shadows from Terra Moons. What I do have are all singles, so I haven't used this palette yet, but this is the, let me try, Ophiuchus, I think, something like that. Palette. The shimmers look incredible. Again, haven't tried it yet, so can't really say for sure, but I picked that one up since I knew it was not going to be sticking around. And then I also got their little mystery box that had this little pigment in it, this black lip gloss. I'll leave the video linked where I'm trying all of the things out from their Halloween mystery box, and these singles that I've just put in a Z palette here. So I won't talk too much about those since I do have a separate dedicated video, but they were like a limited edition Halloween box items. So again, not counting for any points because that was my rule, was if it's limited edition or discontinued item, like you're not going to be able to get it anymore, then I can get it so I don't have FOMO about it and it's not going to count as any points towards me. And finally, Fantasy Cosmetica. I love, this is such a cool added touch, these cards that they put in that just have little pieces of lore and literature. I'm such a D&D video game kind of a person that these are just so cool to me to have this kind of stuff. And they were saying, hey, we have some palettes and things that we're not going to restock. Some of them I already had, but I picked up the 2 that I did not have that they said these aren't coming back. First is the Cradles in Ice. I have not used the Cradled in Ice yet, and I was considering skipping this one, but in person, oh my gosh, this shade Crystal is so beautiful. I can't wait to put this all over my eyes. Just have not had a chance to yet because I've just got so many things to use, and they're all so wonderful. I'm very lucky about that. I'm grateful for it. But Cradled in Ice was one. And then this one I have used once, the Harvest of Souls. This one I feel like has been so popular for them, but I didn't have it yet. And they said, we're not sure that we're going to restock it. So you might want to get it if you haven't gotten it yet. So I did. Both of these are my very first non-9 pan Fantasy Cosmetica palettes. I have a lot of the class palettes, but I never did any of their bigger ones. So I'm happy to have these before they went away, and at least the Harvest of Souls that I've used I can speak to. It is the same great amazing quality as the 9 pans that I love. So that was quite a bit of makeup. I feel like I did pretty good to get all of that and not have any points, because again, it was all discontinued or limited edition, and that's my rule. I know some of you have said like, that's cheating. It's fine. You can feel that way. That's just how I've decided to do my points this year, to not make myself miserable and like I'm missing out on really cool stuff. It has still made me reevaluate what I'm buying and limit in all of the other categories. So it's working for me, at least for 1 year of this project. We'll see how I reevaluate here at the end of the year. Now let's talk empties. What points did I earn? So as much as it's been like months since I talked to you guys, I really haven't used up that much. And I'm just sitting here like, how have I not used up more than this? I wear makeup almost every single day, almost 7 days a week, like maybe 1 or 2 days a month. I don't wear makeup, and I wear it the rest of the time. So I've said it before, I'll say it but again, it just goes to show you how long it actually does take to use up makeup. I don't know how people fly through and are like, I have 15 empties every month. And I'm like, how? Like, maybe because the only thing I can figure out is maybe they just have a smaller collection than me and they're like only exclusively using those items, because I do cycle through a lot of things. That's the only way I can figure it out. So I used up completely the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. This is a sample like deluxe mini type situation, travel size, whatever you want to call it. So that only earned me half of a point since it's not a full-size product. I also completely used up the Fenty Beauty, what is this, Full Frontal Mascara. This, again, was more of like a travel size mini. So while I used up the entire thing, pulled out the stopper, scraped the sides, really got it, it's not a full-size product. So this was also only half of a point. This Colourpop oil, however, in Team Jacob, the black one, it's completely empty. Like, I even took a brush because this wasn't reaching the bottom to get the rest of it. It's completely gone. Ooh, maybe there's a little glob there. I might be able to get, if I can reach a little long brush in there, but it is gone. I used up the whole thing, so that is 1 point for me. Yes. I also used up an entire lip mask, and I don't know if you guys might say like, that's not really in the makeup category, but I'm counting it because when I did my entire makeup inventory, I'll leave that listed if you want to see like exactly how many mascaras, lip products, eyeshadow palettes, all of that do you own. All those numbers are in that video. I did count like lip balms and masks and things like that as part of my whole collection, and that video was kind of what resulted in me doing this low buy in the bank and everything. So I'm counting lip balms and things as items I'm using up for my collection since I included them in my collection count. That's just how I'm kind of justifying or using it a little bit here. But I use this whole product, so I can't even tell you where it's from or anything because the entire label is worn off. I'm pretty sure I got this in an Ipsy at some point, but that's a full-size point. the M Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in Rose Nude. Since I filmed my favorite liquid lipsticks in my collection, I'll leave that video linked if you're interested in it. I've been using this one a lot and I have the stopper taken out. So it's not completely used up, but it's, to me, when I take the stopper out of something, that's when I say I've like hit pan on it. Same way I would get a half a point if I hit pan in a powder product. I've been giving myself a half point if I take the stopper out or hit pan in these products. And then when I fully finish it up, I will get the other half of the point. So we've got half a point there. And finally, I fully finished up this setting spray from Wet n Wild. It's their Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. I really like this primer. This particular component, some have been better than others. I don't know what the lack of consistency is, but some of the sprayers, the nozzles are a little spittier and some are a little finer in my experience over the past 4 or 5 of these that I've purchased. This one was a little spittier, so not my favorite. And I think I'm just done buying these because I do run through them quickly. They're small, they're cheap, but as much as my, what is it called here? The Professional Super Setter from the Benefit, as much as it is expensive, if I can get it when it's on sale for half off, it lasts a long time. So I almost wonder if that might be cheaper in the long haul if I can get it for 16 bucks instead of like 32. But I did use up the setting spray from Wet n Wild, so that's 1 point for me. So all in all those products together is 4 points that I have earned. Not very much considering how much I'm in the hole, but I guess I'll take it as a win because I think the last couple months the balance just got bigger and bigger and bigger. This is the first time in a while I can at least make the balance go a little smaller, right? So we were last check in at 76.25 in the hole. I get to earn back 4 points. We are still by no means in a go ahead and shop, you have a balance to be allowed to buy things kind of a place, but we have at least gotten the debt down a small tiny bit. So we're going to finish this video up at negative 72.25. That means I am still supposed to basically use up 72 products in my collection before I'm at 0 and even can think about having a balance to buy anything. So in other words, unless it is things like this month where it's limited edition or it's being discontinued, I should not be buying anything. Obviously, I feel like I'm human. I slip up sometimes. I'm sure I already know there's some early Black Friday things that I purchased because the deal and the percentage was so good in my mind to me that those are going to cost points. So I'm just going to really try to buckle in. I've got my Deck of Panning series, my Project Graveyard, and my Planning to Pan 25 items in 2025. All of those are projects to finish things up. I've got 2 months to use as much left on those lists that I've been targeting this whole year anyway. So I'm hoping to earn at least maybe like 5 or 6 more full points by the end of the year and finish 5 or 6 more products. I feel like that's doable. We're obviously not going to wipe that whole 72.25 by the end of the year. That's just like unrealistic. It's not going to happen. But again, I'm hoping to at least earn 5 or 6 more points here by the time I catch up with you guys in a couple more months. So let me know your thoughts below. Always can use encouraging. You can do it. You don't have to buy new things. Like, let's help each other use what we have. Thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.